Welcome, everybody. We are back. It's the CRUISE Amigos, and here we all are sitting in our circle. It is so wonderful. Of course, down below, Martin is actually on a boat. That is not a fake background. This is a fake background, but for real, over here, unbelievable. Look at this guy. He is here. He looks a little bit like Darth Vader when he had his helmet off, but that's okay. We are so excited. Amigo Chillie is with us. Thank you. Hello, Amigo Chillie.
Hello, John and Martin and everybody out there. It's so great to be back. About 6 months that I was off. I still have my oxygen, which is not very great visibly, and I'm still apt to cough a little bit from the COPD part. But I'm as good as I can get with the cancer part, and we're going to go on as best we can from now on. So great to be back.
And we are just thankful that you're here. And of course, our newest amigo down there below. And what? He's the newest guy. And what does he do? What does he do? Where is he? Sailing,
we are
sailing.
On board.
Over the
We're
ocean
on board
blue.
the beautiful MSC Virtuosa, live from, well, somewhere in the English Channel at the moment. And the ship's been going around in circles for the day. But we found sun the last couple of days, so that was quite nice. I'm sure if anybody's seen on my profile of Martin's Holiday Village, lots of videos about what's been going on. But I'm here with the Amigos, and I'm so delighted that we've got Chillie back, and now we're back at sea in the UK. Amazing. You know, first cruise.
Oops.
No.
For a moment, but we're back again. That's the Wi-Fi at sea.
But give us the whole background. How is it that you're on this boat? What is the boat? How did it happen?
Hello.
How many of you? How did it all happen?
Can you hear me again?
We can always hear
Wi-Fi
you.
Brilliant.
The voice keeps going even though you
know
freeze
this is
once in a
gonna
while. So you just keep talking.
Hello.
Yeah, you're on. You're on.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we
always
can hear you.
your voice. So keep right on going.
You on it?
Yeah,
Hello?
go ahead.
Can you see me, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
We always
we
hear
can
your
hear
voice.
you.
Yeah. We love you.
What? We on?
Yeah.
Can't hear anything coming through. Oh, right. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. The Wi-Fi isn't brilliant at sea. So we're back. And so if you get cut off, guys, I'll just wait to come back on again. I'm sure over the waves you'll get me eventually. So it's absolutely brilliant to be back out on the ocean waves.
We could hear you the whole time. Your audio froze. I mean, your picture froze, but we could hear you.
I know what I'll do.
Okay, he's gone.
Yeah, he'll be back.
While he's gone, I got a couple of people that popped in. Allison's with us. Thank you for welcoming me back. Jackie says it's great to see me again. Hi, Jackie. And Tom Henry's with us. So we got a few people out there in the audience.
Wonderful.
And by the way, while Martin's doing whatever Martin's doing, I have to ask you a question, John. Hey, Nikki's with us. Hi, Nikki. Good to see you again, darling.
Here, he's coming back. But go ahead, ask the question there.
Okay. I've had numerous questions, John, about the promo for today's show that you put up. The CRUISE Amigo logo
was working a moment ago.
Was upside down. Now, so I'm thinking you slipped out by the barn and smoked some of your pot and got all screwed up and got stoned when you did the promo for today's show.
No. What it was a tablet, and it was on the table. And I was playing Spin the Tablet with a couple of friends. And that's what happened. No, actually, because you see, one of Martin's videos that he posted was 90 degrees off on my tablet.
Okay.
And so I had to drink a bottle of beer laying down, and that's how it started. So
we can hear you, Martin.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear the guys.
We can hear you if you can't hear us.
We
can hear you.
It's okay. We hear you.
Boy, isn't live broadcasting great?
Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to shut my camera off, and you shut your camera off so he doesn't have as much video coming at him. Keep your microphone on, okay, Chillie?
Shut my camera off.
Shut your
Leave the
camera off, but
microphone
keep your
on.
microphone on. Watch. Now you should be able to hear us, Martin. Can you hear us?
Right. I'm going to.
No. Can you
No,
hear us, Martin?
stay with us, Martin.
Can you hear us, Martin? No, he went away again. It was a good try, though. You see, I was trying to get the bandwidth way down, Chillie.
Yeah, I know what you were trying to do.
Yeah. I was trying to get
let's see. Margaret was too. Margaret, how you doing? So
Margaret's with us.
A lot of my old regulars are popping in to see us today. That's great.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm glad you decided.
Here he comes.
Okay, we're going to try it again.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
There. Yeah. Can you hear us, Martin? We can see you.
Hi, Martin. I'm going to write him a note.
Okay. Martin, we can hear you if you talk.
I can't hear the guys. I don't know if you can hear me. For some reason, it's not
going
through.
Yes, we can hear you.
Go ahead and talk.
They just said we can't hear you. They can't.
Yes.
Just do it then.
No, he's not hearing us at all.
We're going to try
one
more.
He's gone.
All right. It was a good effort anyway.
Yep.
I have other things about him, but first, before we do that, I want to do this.
Okay.
I have to get to my right buttons here, and I have to do this, and let's see how this one goes.
Hi Chillie, it's Dave Monk here from MSC Virtuosa. Sorry I can't be live with you at the moment, I'm actually in dinner, but I wanted to say it's fantastic to see you back on the show. All your friends are delighted. I just want to wish you good luck, good health and enjoy.
Awesome. Thank you,
that?
Dave Monk. That's pretty cool.
Huh?
From the Virtuoso.
Yeah.
I've had so much fun these last couple of days following all those. I've talked to Sue. I've talked to. Oh, there he's. Martin's back now. I don't know if he can hear us or not. Can you hear us?
Hi guys, if you're able to see me and hear me, what I'll do is I will just chat about what we've done. If you like, Chillie or John, if you drop me a and in the chat, and let me know if you want me to do that.
Yes, do that. I can't drop a chat.
I'm doing it. He's there.
You can hear it. Guys, so there we go. It's great to have you back. Chillie looking good. Right. Brilliant. Okay, guys. So, we're on board MSC Virtuosa. We got on board on Thursday, the first cruise from the UK. And the first one in round about 14, nearly 15 months. MSC have been the first cruise line to go, and they made a success of it. Just under 1,000 passengers on board for the next few cruises until they can move up. Nobody tested positive at the port, which is a big thumbs up. Everybody got on. Process, what was it like? I'll go through it. I'll just have a quick chat and, we'll talk. Guys, if you want to ask any questions, do pop them up and I'll answer them because they should come up on the screen. But the process, first thing was get to port. You get your documents check you've got COVID-19 cover. I'm sure that the US and other ports will be doing exactly the same. So make sure that your port, your documents, you can see where it is. So highlight it and make it nice and seamless. Then we went through normal security that you've probably done before. But before you go to check in, we had a COVID test, which was one swab up the nostril. They processed it. And then they let you go through and check in where we got our track and trace bands. That will track you, know where you've been, what you've been up to, things like that. Got our cruise card. And then we sat in the departure lounge waiting. Hours in total, we waited after all that process for about 10, 15 minutes. And then on was called and we were able to board the ship. That meant that our group, the whole group, had been checked. The tests had come back as negative. And so it was all good, all good. So we were able to get on. The total time it took from getting to the cruise terminal, the front door, all the way through until we actually physically set foot on board the ship was around about 1 hour and 10 minutes. And I don't think that's really bad, considering all the new layers and protocols are going to be in place for cruising for the next few months, and hopefully they will start to go once things get a lot better in the world. On board, temperature check, touchless, and they were on board. The only main difference about the cruise, everything's open. We're able to eat, we're able to drink. The water park's open, the jungle. I'm trying to think what we call it. It's like rope walk to go walk around. It's all open. The theatres, the shows are on. Everything's operating on. The only thing is you have to have a mask. And I know there's a lot better without the mask, but that mask is to be worn when you are walking around the ship. And once you're sat down drinking or eating, then you're able to. Sorry, my husband is off to the right of me, and he's making funny gestures, trying to tell me what I should be saying. Actually, come in. Just come in a second.
Yeah.
This is my hubby. This is Stan, who's been with me for the last 4 days, and I'm ready to kill him. So, but yeah, so you just, when you're not sat eating or drinking, then you have to wear your mask. When you're outdoors, as long as you can socially distance, then you don't need to wear your mask either. So is it different? Yeah, it's slightly different in that respect. The staff are looking after everybody. They're really going out of the way to make sure everybody's enjoying it. And it is absolutely amazing. I've got lots of videos that I've done. I've got lots of pictures to put up, trying to put as much as I can, but obviously we were trying to enjoy it as well. You can get drinks. We're on Prosecco this evening. Is the white party, but yeah, brilliant. I mean, does anybody have any questions about that? So here we go. Oh yeah, one thing to say is on MSC, this little band here, I'm trying to see where my camera is on here. That band there not only tracks you all around the ship, but you can actually order drinks with it, and it opens your door. So if you've ever forgot your key card and you've gone, oh God, what am I going to do? You can use that to get in. I will hand over to the guys now and I'll wait to see if any questions come up. My hubby is around the side there, just telling me anything that comes up. So ask away any questions. I'm sure they will come up on screen very shortly. Rory, did you see any? Don't have to there. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if the guys are talking. I don't want to talk over them. So use the chat box on the side, guys. Let me know when you're talking.
I think John might be adding
I was asking about how are the beds, how are the bathrooms, what do you think of the food portions? Just in general, how is the staff curt? Are they friendly? My MSC trips, the staff I thought was a little curt, but I kind of like that when you're on the ship. I like they're a little more European, so I didn't mind that.
MSC trips, the staff I thought was a little curt, but I kind of like that when you're on the ship. I like they're a little more European, so I didn't mind that. MSC trips, the staff I thought was a little curt, but I kind of like that.
Oh, and if he's listening now, but what's the food? What are the beds like? How are the beds? How's the bathrooms, the showers? What should we expect?
Yeah, that's coming through real loud. Yeah. Okay.
I'm loud. I can reach all the way over.
Right, so the beds are absolutely amazing, really, really, really comfortable, and obviously the bed hasn't been slept in, so we were the first to sleep in that bed. The bathrooms are really nice. Constantly being cleaned, the room. The public bathrooms are constantly. Oh, yeah, the public bathrooms are being cleaned all the time. Literally, they're in there every 10-15 minutes, if not sooner. The bathrooms in the cabins really nice. The shower is quite a nice size. The The only thing I say is the toilet's a bit near to everything. It's a little bit. If you're a bigger bone person, you might struggle a little bit. So go ahead, guys. I'm gonna listen.
Okay, Allison wants to know what are the shows like in the theater? And since it's UK only cruise, are the announcements only in English, or are they doing like MSC where they do like German, French, Dutch, Lithuanian, Antarctican, Pelican? What are they doing with the announcements?
So the shows are they're in-house show productions and dances. If you've been on other cruise lines, you know they have some real big West End shows. They're not them, but the shows are absolutely brilliant. And one thing we like is that it's around about 35 minutes per show. So it gives you, it's not too long. So you can do it in between meals and things like that. Absolutely fantastic shows. We did the Paris one last night. We've got a New York themed one tonight. And then we've also we saw the Soul Sisters, which are a trio singers, absolutely brilliant, doing 70s music last night. Tonight they're doing a Legends show, and they were absolutely amazing. Now, in the terms of announcements, yes, it is a UK cruise only, UK residents only. So everything's been done in English. Everything on board is in pounds sterling. So it is quite nice for that.
Oh, wonderful. Hey, this is like the old Marconi days where we're sending like CB radio on the truck, but this is wonderful. Well, this has been really neat talking to you. Can you give us a little walkabout now and see what you're seeing there? And I think we'll take your portion of the show because I know you want to get to dinner. Dave Monk was at dinner, and that's why he gave us a little bit of videotape here. And Emma, of course, sent her good greetings to Chillie. She sent me a message just before the show, but she was in a table also that we're going to be eating right at this time. So if you want to do a little walkabout with you and Stan, we would love to see some of what your eyes have seen here as you're walking around on the ship. This has just been so, you got to still admit, the fact that you're on a ship out there in the middle of the English Channel, and we're sitting here in Minnesota and the East Coast of America and doing this is unbelievable. So we'll follow you around here because your eyes are seeing some incredible things.
It is amazing. Well, I'll get Stan to listen in to any questions anybody has as we're walking around. So
sure, good.
So if there's any questions, just if you want to see something in particular, let me know.
Great. All right.
Uh-oh, we lost you.
No, I think he'll. And
I think he turned his camera off.
I know. And here's the wonderful dining lounge, and over here to my left is. We used to do slideshows on radio. Did you ever do that in the old days?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
There you are.
Right.
There we go.
No, just put it on.
Yeah.
I'm coming back. I'll be back on in a second. It's a delay.
The fitness center, it looks like.
Yep, the main corridor there.
We froze up. Look, there we go.
McDonald moment and hang on. Mask. Boom, you set it down.
Mask. Oh
yeah, gotta have the mask on.
Do we all have to wear our masks now then? If we're walking around the ship, we might have to all wear the masks. So you never know. Man, look at the chrome. Look at all the chrome and silver and stuff.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to put my mask on to make sure that we can be seen.
Oh, there's Robbie. This guy.
Yeah, there's Robbie, Robbie the bartender. Robotic bartender.
Hence the name Robbie. See, robot, Robbie.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not that slow. I'm slow, but not that slow.
Well, I know you're from out east, though, so.
Yeah, well, Virginia is in the east.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder who that guy is over there. Does he tell your fortune to the left there?
That could be too. That's
Man,
the Swarovski staircase.
Oh man, look at that.
Made of Swarovski crystal.
Yeah.
Lady playing a piano down there. Lovely ship.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And by the way, if somebody's just happened to be popping into this, this is live video from the brand new cruise ship, MSC cruise ship, Virtuoso, which is out in the English Channel someplace between France and England.
Yep. Nice. Very nice. A little bit like the Champs-Élysées in France, Paris. Yeah. Well, not at all like the Jade, the first one that I went transatlantic on, is it? Wow. Look at that ceiling.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. And think about this too, Chillie. He's walking around the ship.
Yeah.
And we are still getting a constant signal here.
I'm totally shocked at that. Crepes.
Ooh, I want the chocolate there with the mint. It feels like it's a port day and I stayed on the ship. Do you get that feeling?
Yeah.
What do we got? Jean-Philippe, but I don't see what. It's a coffee shop.
That's the chocolate
Oh,
bar?
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Alice is asking if the indoor pool have a retractable roof. So, oh my goodness. Yeah, never, Chillie, after my surgery coming up here, never again will I. No, can't do it. No, can't.
Yeah.
Have to look the other way. Yeah. I have to find joy in comedy and pulling nasty tricks on my friends. Wow. Hola. Tamales. They got tamales. No, guacamole for me. No. No, senor, no guacamole.
Oh, I like guacamole.
Yeah, I know, but not for me. I want the burrito and enchiladas, but no guacamole. That is for the El Jefe up at the top of the hill, senor.
Yeah, I would have to go there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll go there with you.
I enjoy my Mexican food fairly.
Oh, me too, but
fairly regular.
I'm not a guacamole eater. It comes from the avocado plant, and it's not for me.
Yep.
Man, look at the open spaces.
Yeah.
You know how much more cabins I could have sold if I was designing this boat?
Well, remember, this ship is for 6,000 people, and they only have 1,000 on it.
Well, no. But I mean, I could have put cabins here.
Yeah, well.
I could have filled in a lot more cabins.
By the way, it's good to hear from Jack Wise down in Texas. He's cured of cancer, by the way, cured of COVID, and now rehabbing to improve his breathing.
Go for it, Jack. Deep breaths. Come on. Breathe with us, Jack. In. Out. Yeah, that's what we're doing with Chillie, too.
Martin, if you can hear this, I can't believe you still got a signal, dude.
It's amazing.
That's fabulous. I mean, it's a little jumpy, but it's still a signal.
Well, it's called a mesh, Chillie. We have it here on the farm now. It's called a mesh. And the routers are smart enough to jump you from one to the other.
Okay.
Amazing. Just amazing. Somebody should tell the Norwegian Jade and the Norwegian Star how to do it. Wow. Fantastic. Look at that.
Well, that is one beautiful ship.
All right. I think we got him here now.
All right. If you can hear us, Martin, that was fabulous. I wonder if that feedback is coming through him.
Well, I think Stan has got our listening to us in the phone. I think that's what's happening.
Okay.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys, for the tour. We just really appreciate it. And I think we're going to cut you loose here.
Yeah.
I'm going to show some of the pictures that I have. You go and get dinner, and we'll just have some exchange with you on the text later on tonight. But for all of our listeners here, the chat room is full, and we'll fill them in as we can. And just want to say thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful cruise. And we hope that they heard all that. And yeah, thanks. Stan, Martin, Amigo Martin, of course. He can book you on this ship and many, many more ships over there from the English ports and the European ports. Jack has 3 crushes booked. Oh, 3 cruises booked, including the new NCL Prima. I'm on the Prima too in 22. In 22. That rhymes, doesn't it, I think? So thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll bid you adieu. And yep. Bye. Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Was that
And I didn't get to tell him that Allison wants dos cervezas, por favor.
Dos cervezas, por favor. Allison,
I know what that means. That means she wants 2 beers.
Beers. Thank you very much. Yes, yes, yes.
See, Allison, I'm right with you. That's the extent of my Spanish. Dos cervezas,
yeah.
Por favor.
We both speak necessary food and drink Spanish.
Absolutely.
It's a special book, little book. Yes. Like I can teach you how to
Donde
speak.
es la sal de bon?
And I also know baño, por favor. Baño, yeah. Yeah, por favor.
Yeah.
That's all you need. It's kind of like in and out. It's the 2 things you need. So
Absolutely.
for those that are listening, baño means toilet. So that's the 2 things you need in Spain, as opposed to in most of Europe. It's a lot easier. It's toiletten in Germany. It's pretty close. You can't. And in France, you don't need to know how to speak French. You know that, don't you, Chillie? You just need to know how to you just need to know how to do a French accent. See, because you get in the car, you get into the taxi cab, and you say, "Please take me to the hotel." And the guy looks at you like, what are you talking about? But you go, "Please take me to the hotel. And he goes, oh, we must show you. You just got to use an accent, and it works in France. It's yeah, anything. You just use a French accent. It's always worked for me. Except I got to a house that seemed to have a lot of ladies that wanted to make friends with me one night. I didn't quite know how that worked, but it was in a place called Pigalle. If you've heard of Pigalle, have you heard of it?
And they were expecting some francs.
I thought it was an agriculture place at first, but it wasn't. So,
Yeah.
Well, my friend, it is just unbelievable that you are here with us, because there was some tough days that you've been through in the last 6 months.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been fun, a lot of it, I have to admit. But I'm really feeling good.
Good.
That I still have to deal with the catheter, and I have to deal with this oxygen, and in all likelihood, that's for the rest of my life.
Well,
but the PSA was 1. So I went from 484 to 1 on the PSA.
And for folks, that PSA number is an interesting number, because number 4 is where they start treating us guys for cancer. So, for instance, my number as a youth was 0.004. Yep. And then now in my life, it's about 0.4. So, they're saying, and that's just the luck of the DNA. I mean, there's no getting around it. But when it gets to about 4, all of a sudden, they say you have some prostate cancer that we're going to deal with. And usually when guys end up going there, it's at like 20 or 40 or 50 or something, 100. But you must have won an award there at the clinic.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody that was anywhere near 484.
But then on the other hand, to take it from that number, and they're happy when they get guys down to like 10 or 15 or 20. I've never heard of somebody going past the line where you don't have cancer. That's just an unusual thing. And as a Christian guy, I got to tell you that I just think that you've been blessed.
No doubt about it.
So happy for you. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be sitting here preaching in any way, but it's really neat, Chillie, and I'm so happy. Well,
I'm certainly glad to be back with all you guys.
And I thought, when you first said that, I said, well, on the other hand, he's now going to terrorize me again for a period of time. And
damn right.
What have I been praying for now that I'm thinking about it? So no, I'm just kidding, man. It's just so.
Nobody was talking about you smoking your pot. And somebody has to keep that out in the public, that John goes out around the outhouse and smokes pot all the time.
I really don't.
Jack was on oxygen until 2 weeks ago.
Wow. And he's off, but you're off.
And they turned the switch off and he's off. Oh, boy, would I like to see that.
Well, Chillie, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, that would be nice.
One way or another, they are going to turn the oxygen off on you one day.
Yeah. I hear you.
That reminds me. Can I tell a joke then, as long as we're doing that? Okay, so it was at a temple and I can sell this joke because I have many, many friends from Israel and Jewish friends. So I can tell the joke because they told it to me. So anyway, it's at the Jewish temple, and unfortunately, one of the gentlemen down in the front row just has a heart attack and dies. He's just gone. And they're all gathered around him, and obviously many doctors, and they're trying to revive him, and finally they just give up. And from back in the choir section, a nice elderly Jewish lady says, "Give him some chicken soup." And the doctor's going, "Madam, he's dead." And she goes, "What harm? What harm?" Because it cures everything. It's better than my CBD juice. I mean, it fixes everything. So give him some chicken soup. It cures everything. It'll fix what ails you. And it does. I mean, my mom, she made Campbell's chicken soup, but sometimes she would when I was homesick, and you know, because when you got a bad cold, you know, you can just let it alone. In 7 or 8 days, you get well. Or you can, you know, take a lot of medicine, chicken soup, NyQuil, all those different Therafuse and everything, and in a week or so, you'll get better.
The sickest I was through the after effects of the chemo.
Yep.
There was 2 things that I could always eat and keep it down and taste it.
Yeah.
Campbell's mushroom soup and Campbell's tomato soup.
Now, when you say mushroom, cream of mushroom?
Cream of mushroom.
No kidding.
And for some reason, those 2 things, I literally, that and Diet Coke is what I lived on for a good bit of 6 months.
Well,
at least half of it when I was sick all the time.
You know what they say about that time is whatever works for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in the hospital, the last big stretch, when I was very, very sick, all I wanted was lime jello. But I said, take half the water out. I want it concentrated. And they just couldn't make it concentrated enough. I said, go find whatever the chemical is in lime jello and put more of that in it. Because I just wanted, you know, that lime taste in the cold. And it had to be cold. I said, put it in the freezer till it's just about stiff. Because that was the one thing that worked on between the medicine I was getting and the IVs and everything. And that was the one thing for me. But chicken soup, there's just something magic about it. I don't know what it is, but a gift.
So how's the airplane shopping?
My business partner and I, matter of fact, he was just texting me. I'm heading over there in a little bit, but we have invested money in this half mile. That's the entrance to our town, both because we want a presence for our hemp business. But now, just by accident, it's a second cousin of mine, still had like the last 280 feet to the corner. And we did not approach him. He came to us and he said, do you want to buy that little piece there? Because it's hard for me to get our big machinery in and turn around on it. It never makes any actual profit for me because we're driving over it too much for the soil to be, you know, loose and make everything. And can we make a deal on it? And we said, yes. And we actually bought it. The contracts got signed here in this last week. But, you know, it's just actually an acre and a half, but it means all the difference to us because now we will be at what will soon have the first stoplights in our town. There's still a mile and a half past the university and then to get into town and stuff. But that's going to be the first intersection into town. And we now have, it's farmland yet, but I predict, maybe not in my life, but at some point that's going to be the primo corner in our town. And we have one of the corners, and now we're working on the opposite side of the 4-lane. And the university has one of them. They'll never let that go. You know how
what university's there?
University of Minnesota. It's the agriculture branch of the University of Minnesota down in St. Paul and Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And so they're probably never going away. And that leaves one more piece of the corner that a couple of sisters own it as a residual of their dad's estate. And they're both out in California. And
that's why you grow pot. You got the college kids over there. You can sell pot to the college kids.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a complete disclaimer, he uses the word pot. Pot has THC 9 in it, and that is illegal in Minnesota. We grow hemp. Hemp does not have THC in it. It is illegal to have more than 0.3% THC. And so he is having fun, but I have to put that disclaimer in at least once per program. But we are first in line to gain the marijuana license when it does become legal in Minnesota. So no pot, as much as we can have fun with it. I'm fine with that. But and that is an illegal drug in Minnesota at this time, except if you have a medical license. And even then, you cannot smoke it. You have to get it in a non-smokable form, except that the Congress, our wonderful Congress, who I love and respect so much, in Minnesota, passed legislation last week that they are now going to allow it in smokable form in Minnesota. And this is really good because everybody got their pot certificate and started buying it, but not in a smokable form. And then they realized, wait a minute, I'm paying as much as $300 a week to buy it from the state of Minnesota licensed. And now that I'm kind of into it and know a little about it, I can buy it from Joe down on the corner for $50 a week. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And so now the state of Minnesota did wake up and they've changed the game, and I salute them for it. And this is a good thing. So it's coming good. And the world is changing forward. And just as another disclaimer, I am not a user at this time. I certainly will be when I have aches and pains that it can solve. I have nothing against it. I have a big something against it for young people that do not have brains that are developed yet, because there is proof that this is not good for young brains.
Yeah.
And I will stand in front of anybody that provides it to young people. And I mean it. I will stand in front of them with my guns. Listen carefully, anybody that's listening. But for those of us that are older and it does not hurt our brains, it is a magic compound. And this is not the show for it, but I mean, I'm telling you, I could go on for hours about how it helps people. It will help you, Chillie, and other people that have things. So that's let's get back to cruising. You have had such great shows on, dude. What's going on in Alaska? What's going on? There's some changes that you have been following.
Yeah, we got, it looks like apparently Alaska is definite for this year.
Because what changed? There was one little click had to change.
Well, we got around having to stop in Canada. So there was a bill introduced in the Senate, passed the Senate, then it passed the House, the president signed it. So they were able to not stop in a port outside the country, which is that Mann Act from 1880 or whenever the heck it was.
And it wouldn't have to be Canada. It could be anywhere, right? They could have jumped over to Japan and come back.
Any cruise ship, because of the labor laws, any cruise ship that sails from a U.S. port has to stop in a foreign port. That's the law. So if you're going to Alaska and sailing from Seattle, you had to go to Canada or hell to Hawaii or something. No, Hawaii's still U.S. Yeah, Mexico, you had to go to a different country and then back to Alaska. Just like if you sail out of Florida, you have to go stop in the Bahamas, or you have to stop in Jamaica, or you have to stop someplace other than U.S.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of it goes back into all the labor laws and that the ships are not registered in the U.S. and have to follow the United States labor. So anyway, we got past that on a temporary basis so that the ships can avoid going to Canada, because Canada's still closed to us. So we can't go into Canada ports.
Talk to me about it.
We could go into, sail from Seattle and go up to Alaska.
Uh-huh.
Now, my question on that, the CDC still has to give their go-ahead, which they have not done yet. However, all the signs are, and the tea leaves are that they will by then. So that at least to now, Princess, Holland America, Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, and Carnival all have ships scheduled going to Alaska this year, starting in July through September. Now, we don't know about cruises from any other ports. There should be some information on that coming out, but the folks down in Galveston we've got a couple Carnival ships in there that they want to sail out of Galveston they don't have this get around going to another country that the Alaska folks got through.
Sure.
So if they sail out of Galveston, they got to go to Mexico or somewhere else.
But it's not so far.
It's not so far, and that would be in line. So, as a matter of fact, I'm being interviewed tomorrow by some folks in Mexico about that very issue. So I got an interview scheduled tomorrow afternoon about that. But the CDC has to give their go-ahead. The cruise ship still has to do all the things with the no sail order. They got to pass all the hoops that the CDC has set up. The CDC is not doing away with all the requirements, but they still have to approve the ship and approve the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And that hasn't been done yet on anything, but we are certainly expecting it to be done soon.
Wow.
So,
by the way, I just got something in here. Apparently, there are some solo cabins coming available on American ships. And I got some pictures of it. I just got one here if you want to see.
yes,
So this
definitely.
is going to be the first American solo cabins that are in the water right now that you can get. And it's kind of it's a neat thing. You actually can forage for your own meals. Actually, you see, it's
Nice.
it's a complete. You go where you want.
Solo cabin, and you eat what you catch.
You can eat what you catch. So it's really it's really organic. It's literally from water to table. It's quite nice. And the muster drill is great. You really don't go anywhere for the muster drill at all. It's very inexpensive. Very inexpensive.
By the way, Kim joined us. She's booked in September on Norwegian Bliss to Alaska.
I hope you make it. I think there's a higher chance that all that's going to go than there is that I'm going to actually get on the Rome port to New York. Because at the moment, I don't know if you've heard, but in the last 24 hours, the new India virus has hit Europe, and that Germany's getting shut down. These guys on the ship here may not get back into Europe, into the UK.
Ooh.
I mean, because it just hit again this morning.
Wow.
So it's just I still think I'm going to win that bottle from Pete.
Could be. One thing that I did see on our news today is that those of you that have been vaccinated, our vaccines cover the new India part of the thing.
Yeah.
So if you've had Pfizer or Moderna, I think there was one other, maybe AstraZeneca, that they have already tested against this India
in the world test thing.
So
I see my motorhome pulling in here from a trip out to a concert series in North Dakota. I didn't get to go, but my motorhome has been places that you can only dream.
Nice.
Not me, but the motorhome has. So I think let's wrap today's up. We had a wonderful back in the game show. We had Dave Monk on. Emma called in. Wow, look at the people down our chat room here. Thank you so much, all of you. Stayed with us right to the end. You are looking good, my friend.
Thank you very much. Certainly good to be back. And folks, you're going to have to put up with me now. So
that's wonderful. I had sent the invite out to Pete, but I know that I think was in a table of journalists for the supper right at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's why Dave Monk sent in the video. Next week, we're going to have some more fun. Martin will be off the boat. We'll get some more reports from he and hubby Stan. And it's a great thing. It's just a great thing. So here we are.
Right.
Thank you. Cruise Amigos are back in the game. We thank you all for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and we will, of course, hear more from different people as to how this cruise really turned out in the end. And it's the start of something big, and we're glad you're along with us, and we wish you nothing but the best. Happy sailing, and ahoy!